everyone, welcome back to our Phoenix Wright Attorney Dual Destinies, where in the last episode, we finished up Turnabout Academy, right here, and today we'll be starting up the penultimate case of the game, the Cosmic Turnabout. Let's get started. The courtroom bombing incident, a terrible attack launched by the will of a madman. That incident perfectly symbolized the state of the legal world in this dark age of the law. Mr. Wright brought it to a resolution of sorts. Ted Tenate was discovered to be the one responsible for the bombing. If only it were that simple. Somehow, I can't help but think that there's a darker influence at work. One that's lurking in the shadows, waiting. That's why I want to review the trial that was taking place when the bombing occurred. After all, I've got more than a few personal stakes in it. Episode 4, The Cosmic Turnabout.
Until launch. Please begin your final equipment check. Check complete. Everything's A-okay. We're ready here whenever you are. Come in at 2. Come in. Do you copy?
Alright then. December 16th, 9:12 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 5. Time for another trial to begin, but this one's different.
Are you alright, Apollo?
Ah! Was I making a scary face just now? Oh, hi Juniper. Yes, I'm fine. I was just doing my Cords of Steel exercises. Now I'm all ready to go!
Yes, knowing you, I'm sure you'll be just fine. Oh, I brought you a present for my garden.
Is this a lotus root?
That's right. My grandma says lotus root is good for your eyes. She even says that if you look through the holes, it can help you see into the future. It's for good luck. Maybe later you can cook it and...
Thanks for this. I'm gonna have some right now.
Oh my!
Kinda tough though.
You can't eat it raw, but then you've been enthusiastic to try.
Oops, if she didn't think me weird before, she will now. I gotta calm down. Oh, I forgot to take, I forgot to switch Athena back to the regular uniform. Just switch this back real quick. There we go. Yeah, I just put on the costume in Turnabout Academy because it was the, the Themes Academy uniform. Figured it makes sense to wear it for that one. I paid for the costume set, so I may as well make use of it for the series. Anyway, Apollo, I'm sorry I'm late.
Hi, Athena.
Junie, I didn't know you were coming today. Did you come to cheer Apollo on? Oh, I get it. You sly little thing, you. Ha ha ha.
Athena, stop.
Quit kidding around, Athena. The trial's about to start in a second. Is everything all set? Oh, Apollo. When will you ever figure it out? Figure out what? Oh. Wow, that was the longest sigh I've ever heard. This is it. It's all over for me. They're gonna find me guilty. This is our client, one Mr. Solomon Sol Starbuck. He's a very famous astronaut who happens to be an acquaintance of mine. You wouldn't know it right now, but he's usually a very upbeat and driven person. You're right, I really wouldn't know it right now. Scene of the crime this time happened to be the Cosmic Space Center. I love the design of that. That is a beautifully designed space center. Back in high school, my best friend and I went there almost a little too much. Are we ever gonna get to meet your best friend? But that's where we met Mr. Starbuck. We'd ask about space travel and he'd launch into story after story with so much passion. Back in those days, the man was 100% my hero. Oh, so Apollo Justice wanted to be an astronaut, huh? Oh boy. So wait, you mean I actually had a chance to rocket him into the sun? Are you sure you're okay with being my lawyer, Apollo? Of course I'm sure. I know you, Mr. Starbuck. I know you're not the type to commit murder. Thanks, but... I was supposed to be in space right about now. Oh, I can already tell this is gonna get on my nerves. Oh, this is so gonna get on my nerves. He's so depressed, it almost seems like an act. The launch getting called off must have been a huge shock. I'll probably never get a chance to go into space again. Don't say that. Don't stop believing. Clay Tarrant, I can't believe he was murdered. I mean, he was such a promising astronaut under your command. Yeah, he was a good guy. Always there to pick me up when I was down. No one loved life as much as him, that's for sure. He was always so full of energy, telling me, "You're fine, Mr. Starbuck." How could something like this happen to a guy like him, huh? I've never seen Mr. Starbuck so down. Oh, dear God. Clay's gone, I'm going to prison. I wish I could burn it like a shooting star right now. Mr. Starbuck, you'll be fine. Oh, what is it? What's with the yelling? I'll get to the bottom of this today, you'll see. And in exchange, I want you to go back into space for you and Clay. Promise? Does that mean you have lots of evidence to prove my innocence? Oh, well, about that. Yeah, that's interesting. We're starting with a trial. I didn't actually think about that, but yeah, it's the penultimate case of the game and we're starting with a trial. I mean, I guess it could be like Trials and Tribulations where it's a flashback, but I don't think it is. At least, I'm pretty sure not. Yeah, because this doesn't... this is after the courtroom bombing, right? Right, because it was the whole prologue section? Oh, well, about that. We didn't get to investigate the area as much as I'd have liked, thanks to the police. I'm done for. I'm a goner. Everybody thinks I did it. Oh, I thought I was gonna soar.
Soar like a comet. Crash like a comet. I'm just a comet.
And what about you, Apollo? What about me? I was just thinking, wasn't... oh... That's... Huh. Perhaps I spoke a bit too soon about the whole meeting the best friend thing. Alright, that's... So let me guess, this is the case at the beginning of the game when Apollo's like, I have to investigate this on my own. I'm an edgelord now. I'm gonna turn away dramatically and never come back. I'm guessing this is the case he went out to investigate. We need to focus on the trial right now. Are you all ready to go? Apollo!
The trial's about to begin. If the defense would please proceed into the courtroom.
Oh, okay, here we go! This is it. This is one trial I can't afford to lose. Well, so long as I'm in control, I think we'll be just fine. For Clay's sake and our clients, I will find Clay's killer. Yep, that's definitely what this was. December 16th, 9:55 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Day 1, court is now in session. All rise. Court is now in session for the trial of Solomon Starbuck. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Yup, it's afterwards because he has the eye patch on. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Excuse me, Mr. Justice? Yes, Your Honor. What happened to your eye? I'm fine. The defense is... no. It's just... No, that's not... Hey, my eye is severely damaged when we have to put a bandage around it. I'm good. I'm fine, Your Honor. Are you sure? I don't... I'm fine, Your Honor. The defense is ready. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Your Honor. He's been feeling this since yesterday. He keeps insisting it's just a sty. You don't... What? What? You don't put a bandage over your eye for just a sty. That's not how that works. Maybe he's entering a touchy age. Very well, and the prosecution? The prosecution appears to be ready as well.
Silence.
Not yet. I'm not quite ready yet.
And he's already out of his shackles. Oh, ah! It's been 3 seconds and he's already out of the shackles.
The prosecution is now ready.
Well, it didn't take him long this time. What's up with Blackwell?
Now then, I shall give the opening statement.
Silence.
I'll do it.
You will? What an unexpected surprise.
This time I can't leave it to anyone else.
I see. Something is off with the two of you today. You both seem different somehow.
Okay, that's...
The Royal Prosecutor Blackwell, your opening statement if you would.
It was just yesterday. The crimes in question occurred at the Cosmos Space Center.
Oh, that famous federal research facility of all things related to astral.
Nope. That's a big nope.
Astronomy. It's astronomy. Anyway, but at 9:28 AM, before they could even move the rocket to the launch site. Two explosive devices were detonated and the launch was cancelled.
My word, 2 bombs. How dreadful.
The defendant in today's trial is charged with both the bombing and with murder. One Mr. Solomon Starbuck, for whatever inane reason, he detonated a bomb on the rocket he himself would be in.
Solomon Starbuck? I recognize that name. Isn't he that famous astronaut?
Correct your boldness. Mr. Starbuck was the pilot of that Hat 1 rocket 7 years ago. As you may recall, despite some interstellar trouble, his mission was a success. Some say it was a miracle he returned alive. I suppose you could say he's a living legend.
Oh, I remember now. He's become something of an international celebrity, right?
The Hat 1 Miracle, a moving and thrilling documentary in 3D. Come along and a captivating space odyssey will take your breath away. Mankind's over the future, I gotta make it back alive.
We got a real space pioneer in court today.
But even heroes tumble from the lofty heights, returning to the subject at hand.
Ah, yes, the victim was one Mr. Clay Terran, a subordinate of the defendant.
Indeed, a loyal disciple brutally stabbed to death by his mentor.
Stabbed to death, you say? You mean his death wasn't a result of the bombing?
Correct. Despite his lofty dreams, the victim was seen as an interloper by the defendant, and so he was sent not into space, but to the universe which we immortals cannot see.
Clay.
I think I've heard enough. This case seems pretty clear-cut at this point. However, there is one thing I'm curious about. That metal box next to the witness stand. What purpose does it serve exactly?
Since you ask so nicely,
It's your coffin. Oh. Ah! Have mercy on me.
large jest, it's evidence. Due to its immense size, we've little choice but to lay it where it rests now. We shall get to the contents of the box in due time.
Phew, I feel like I just lost 50 years off my life.
Does he even have 50 years left? Oh, that's tough, Athena. Inner monologue, Athena. Inner monologue.
Enough jabbering.
Ah, good old Bobby Fulbright's the name, and justice we trust. Look, let's be upfront about something real quick. He's no Gumshoe. He's never gonna be as good as Gumshoe was. Gumshoe will always hold a special place in my heart. But you know, he's pretty good. He's a pretty good detective, pretty good guy.
Oh, Detective Fulbright. Very well then, please explain the details of the incident to the court if you would.
On it, first take a look at the pamphlet of this Cosmos Space Center, and you'll find a diagram outlining the overall layout of the Space Center. Ah, here we are. For more detailed, okay. Take a look at this cross-section that we, the police, have created. See the launch pad of the main building?
The launch pad is the square building and the round structure is the main building, right?
You got it. The incident took place on launch pad 1 in the main building's lounge. I'll be using this diagram during my testimony. It'll make it easy to understand. Okay. That's nice. Alright then. First testimony of the case. It's admittedly a little weird. Because this doesn't seem like a flashback. I mean, okay, so the timeline of this game is all over the place, right? Because it starts with Turnabout Countdown, which is after the main game. But, so then it goes to Case 2, DLC case, Case 3, Case 1, Case 4, I think? I don't know, the timeline's all over the place, but it's, so it doesn't seem like this is meant to be a flashback or anything, so it's odd to be starting with a trial. Like, is this gonna be like the Trials and Tribulations flashback ones, where it's just one, like, trial forward, trial ladder, and then you're out? I don't know. Details of the case. Just while the rocket was set to launch, 2 bombs went off. Boom, boom! One on the second floor of the Space Center's main building, and one on Launchpad 1. Thankfully, only the 2 astronauts were in Launchpad 1 at the time, and 2 of them managed to make it back as far as the boarding lounge. But after they escaped, one of the 2 was found stabbed to death.
A murder on top of a bombing? Detective, the victim was already dead by the time you arrived at the lounge, correct?
Yep. Thinking it sabotaged the bombing, the defendant attacked and killed the victim. Just look at this tragic photo.
Oh my, is that a knife in the victim's chest?
Yes, Your Honor, it's the knife that cruelly ended this young man's dreams. We couldn't get any prints off of it, no, because the defendant was in a spacesuit. Wow, actually checking for prints in the murder weapon? Who would have ever thought of that? Definitely not the writers of the Turnabout Serenade case, that's for damn sure.
By the way, Detective Fulbright, why are the victim's helmet and the right glove absent in this photograph?
We had to rather than identify him, Your Honor. I personally removed his glove during the investigation. We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity, after all.
Yes, it would be very difficult to identify him without a face or fingerprints. Now, there's just one more thing I'd like to inquire about. What is this round thing next to the victim in this photo?
Something so important to the victim, he took it with him as he escaped the launch pad. A capsule that apparently contained asteroid samples. While obviously valuable for research purposes, it has no relation to this case.
That's a bold-faced lie. Let's be honest, it's gonna be the linchpin of the whole case by the end of it. We know this, that's a standard affair at this point. So, we know the bomb in the main building was on the second floor. But where was the bomb that was in the launch pad 1 located? That bomb was on the rocket itself. It was situated around the central part of the rocket. Apparently, the area around the launch pad, so there was a sea of flames. I would like to submit this diagram and put it into the record. The trials just started, we're already in a bind. You get used to it. Besides, that's what cross-examination is for, right? But what the 2 astronauts were doing during the bombing. That'll be the key. I mean, there aren't really any contradictions, so I'm just gonna start pressing things. Whenever I can't find anything that immediately jumps out of me, I just start pressing for more information until something eventually does. How powerful were the explosions? Well, the one in the main building wasn't strong enough to bring the place down, but the broom when it went off was burned black. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. There were a large part, of course, to me stepping up to lead the evacuation. Wait, what were you doing there in the first place, Detective Fulbright? Aha, I'm Bobby Fulbright, hero of justice. Yep. I'll be there, wherever or whenever people need my help. I'll go to the other side of the world or even the edge of the universe. That didn't really, I'm not sure he knows how far that actually is. Well, yeah, but you still didn't really answer the question of why you were there in the first place.
Animal decision, Justice, don't know.
Huh? What did you decide? Anyway, could you describe what it was like at the space center at the time? The bomb got the power of the central main of the elevators in the 3rd floor lounge. It was pitch black in there, I tell you. How about the security cameras that went up were running on the emergency backup? And how'd the evacuation go? I immediately and heroically whisked people down to the space center's basement shelter.
The basement shelter?
Yes, there's an emergency shelter beneath the space center. An emergency shelter, huh? Oh, here it is. It's at the bottom of the diagram. The space center is pretty impressive to have its own shelter. Evacuation report added to the court record. Okay, I mean, you still haven't. The power gen evacuation is only to the murder at this point. I guess I'll leave that aside for now. So what were there were 2 explosions in total, correct? Yep, that's right. You still didn't answer the question of why you were there in the first place. But okay. Let me get this straight. Mr. Starbuck rigged a rocket he was going to board with explosives. Huh? What are you talking about? But if the defendant really did plant the bomb in his own rocket, he'd get caught in the explosion as well.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Fine, a simpleton for a simpleton. Fulbright, the motive.
Understood. The defendant actually had astrophobia. What? Okay, there are a lot easier ways to get out of going to space than by deliberately freaking putting a bomb on the rocket that's gonna take you to space. Like, come on. A fear of space, naturally. The thought of the space getting constantly deflected to freeze up. And so in his terror, the defendant found a way to stop the launch at the last minute. That's okay. That's absurd. Yeah, you don't say. Unfortunately for you, we have evidence. Take a look at these. What are they? These anti-anxiety tablets are found among the defendant's possessions. Yeah, but okay, anyone's gonna get you're gonna get nervous to. Okay, that's a little silly. Okay, look. I don't care how many times you've done. Like, you're gonna get nervous before you go to space. That's natural. But that does not then logically lead to, okay, I'm scared about going to space. I'm gonna just blow up the whole fucking rocket. That's not how that works. That's a bit of a leap.
There were a multitude of problems with the rocket Mr. Starbuck rode 7 years ago, whom our husband threatened to crash a number of times as well. That was, of course, very traumatic for Mr. Starbuck.
But that doesn't mean he goes as far as oh, wait, you mean Apollo actually has a brain in this case? Wow, I didn't think that was gonna be the case. He was an idiot in his own game. He's actually showing competence in this one? It's kinda strange, actually.
The thing couldn't ban him by his good name now, could he? It was after the media had branded him Silver Starbuck, space pioneer extraordinaire. Given these conditions, I think it could hardly run away like some basement mutt.
What, so that's why you think he resorted to the bombing?
Naturally, he constructed this act of sabotage in an attempt to blow up the space center, which would effectively abort the launch, but spares reputation.
Now I'm sure you understand why we have to bring down... No! That's still no! You're still wrong! Still wrong! No, that's the thing, though! That's still an insane leap of logic. Like, that's not the immediate logical response to that. I sure it was only the two of them? It was just when the spaceship was set to launch. Of course it was only the two. Ugh, well, there could have been someone else inside that rocket.
Silence.
The notion of a third party in Launchpad 1 is utterly absurd. Just enter the area from the lounge. One must pass through a door guarded by a fingerprint recognition device, and allow it to state up front that there are precious few within the clearance to do so.
A fingerprint recognition device? It sounds as futuristic and complex as a space center.
Actually, it's not as amazing as you think, Your Honor. Take a look at this photo. This is the door in the lounge with the fingerprint lock. Only personnel whose fingerprints are registered can pass through.
I see. That's very different from what I had in mind. And is there a record of the number of people that passed through the door yesterday?
Yes, there were only 3. The defendant, the victim, and... the director of the Space Center, Gary Cosmos. Doesn't that mean it's possible the director is the one who did it?
Not a chance. He was in the main building when the bombs exploded at 9:28, doing his job directing the launch. Besides having an alibi, he has no motive for committing these senseless acts.
He has a point. I guess the director can't be considered a suspect then. Okay. And next. So while it would appear that the pair barely escaped with their lives, in actuality, one of them had already been murdered inside the rocket. That's the angle the prosecution wants to push, correct? You got it. In fact, that's what I've been trying to say this whole time. If the victim had been alive, it would have for sure tried to stop the bombing. Is there any chance Mr. Terran could have been killed before he boarded the rocket? They were both alive and well at boarding time and embarked under their own power. Their hearts are full of hopes and dreams in space. And then both of their hopes and dreams were dashed. If I may continue my explanation, after this evacuation order was given, the defendant made his escape, carrying the victim to make it look like a rescue. And who was the first to find the victim? Actually, there were 2 of them.
The Space Center director, Yuri Cosmos, and Detective Kindness Arm.
One of them was a detective?
Yep, Detective Arm specializes in bombings, you see. She and the director were ordering the evacuation following the explosions. They were also worried about the astronauts, so they hurried over to the boarding lounge. That's where they discovered the victim along with the defendant. 2 witnesses, huh? And one of them is a detective. I thought either one would have anything that would say would help me.
I think that's pretty much covers the details of the case. Only the victim and the defendant were on the launch pad when the phone was killed. If this is the truth, then the only Mr. Starbuck could have carried out this crime. With what little I could get out of him only hurt my case.
Justice Dono, foolish is the warrior who rushes headlong into battle. Preparation is an essential element of battle, so I advise you to take a gander at this.
What is it?
Footage from a security camera, as the 2 astronauts emerge from the bowels of the Launchpad 1 corridor. The boarding lounge security camera captured their desperate escape. Now, I would direct your attention to what the defendant is shouldering, which you can see is none other than the lifeless body of the victim.
What? Yeah. Why would you point that out to me exactly? That just pokes a hole in your case. If you're claiming that if you're claiming that Starbuck was the one that, by the way, the astronaut's name is Starbuck. All right. If you're claiming that he was the one who killed Clay, then why would he move the body out of the rocket? Like, actually, why would he do that?
This lines up exactly with what the prosecutor's been asserting.
Yeah, I should have known Blackwell would have had something like this ready. That doesn't help your case, though. That only helps me. That doesn't help. No. I don't think you understand. That doesn't help you. How did they determine that Clay was already gone on the footage? Ah, I see what you mean. Whether Clay was still alive at the point is pretty crucial. Your Honor, please take a look at the footage. Isn't it possible that Mr. Terry was still alive here and that Mr. Starbuck was helping him?
Why, I believe you're right. One man carrying the other to safety. What a beautiful expression of friendship.
Silence.
Perhaps that's what it looks like to a one-eyed hothead in a dotard.
Well, what do you mean?
Fulbright, explain to Justice Dono.
You got it, ready, kid? If the murder had occurred in the lounge, someone could have spotted it. Anyone can enter the lounge after all, but doing it while they were alone in the spaceship, that's a horse of a different color. But you can't deny that there's a possibility the murder could have happened in the lounge. All that video shows is the man helping his fellow astronaut out.
Silence.
Your assertion is based on emotion. It's based on your belief that Mr. Starbuck would surely help his own discipline. But you have no logical explanation as to why the victim could still be alive.
Unfortunately, Mr. Justice, the prosecution is right. Your argument is looking against sound logic, but it sounded pretty logical to me. Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no further objections, I believe it's time to bring the cross-examination to a close. What? You're not gonna ask why the hell he would have moved the body?
Your Honor, the defense requests a little time to think and regroup.
Given the facts.
What is it, Athena? It's just something's been bothering me.
If it isn't the defense stalling for time as always. Very well, I'm feeling generous. You may have a small measure of time.
Yes.
You have 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
After that, if it clears call examination to be closed, and a verdict to be rendered. Your boldness, raise your gavel high. It's time for a countdown.
Oh.
Ready?
We don't have time to spit it out, Athena. Only 3 more seconds. Look! I don't think the prosecution's explanation is very complete. Meaning? Maybe there's something missing, like the commitment left unexplained. Something didn't explain, something explained.
Your 5 seconds are up, Mr. Justice. Is there anything in the...
Yeah, Ron, actually there is. There's something the prosecution has to make clear to this court.
Well, to put it that way. What exactly
Why the body was moved, exactly. Oh no, I should have said the other thing. The motive for murder, because they didn't explain... you know what? And they failed to explain Mr. Stark about bringing the body back at all. If the defendant wanted to kill the victim, why didn't he just leave his body in the rocket? Why go through the trouble of bringing him all the way back to the boarding lounge?
Oh, that's true. I don't think we've heard the prosecution's thoughts on that yet.
It's because they have none, Your Honor. After all, how does one explain something so illogical? I would talk to the writers about Apollo Justice's game about that one. The prosecution is claiming the defendant moved the victim's dead body, but what if the entire purpose of that argument is wrong?
Then let's hear your theory, Mr. Justice.
The defense proposes the defendant wasn't helping kill the victim, he was helping him.
Fulbright, explain it for our sad friend here before I nod off to his monotone monologue. Inform me exactly why Spaceboy moved the victim.
Huh? They gotta be joking. It's simple. Mr. Starbuck did what he did to direct suspicion away from himself. He wanted to create the impression he could risk his life to save his partner. That's why he made sure to make it to the security camera, so there would be a record.
At the very least, he appears to have achieved success with you and the old man. The average person wearing a spacesuit weighs easily over 200 pounds, saving the life of a partner who weighs as much while trying to escape deadly flames. What a dramatic sob story fit for the silver screen.
Indeed, I was completely taken in by the humanity of the story.
You see, yet the true ending is not all traces of the Hammy Act were meant to be blown up. Yes, and now we arrive at the thrilling conclusion, the third explosion.
The third explosion? What are you talking about? There was no third explosion.
Silence.
Indeed, you are correct. But that is thanks to Detective Harm. It was she who identified and secured the bomb. However, it doesn't change the fact that the third bomb was discovered in the lounge. The steel coffin number besides the witness stand. That would be a bomb transport case. We used that to transport the deactivated bomb here. It was found in a lounge. A bomb in the form of a most distasteful toy.
What?
One on the second floor of the main building, one on the launch pad and one on the lounge. The defendant planned to set up 3 fireworks displays. Fortunately, the third was discovered before it could be detonated, for had it not. The victim's body and other vital evidence which should have been in
Objection!
Before you utter a word, know that the evidence supports me.
It's like he's reading my mind.
As a still undergoing forensic investigation, I do not have the events on hand. However, know that a peculiar item was found in one of Mr. Starbuck's pockets. Specifically, a bomb detonation switch.
You found what?
I suspect the defendant had no time to destroy such damning evidence. When the Space Center director and defective arm stumbled across the murder, so he thought to hide it in his pocket. Feeble brain that he is.
No, Mr. Starbuck would never do anything like that.
Justice Duno, open your eyes and see the truth.
This appears to be irrefutable evidence that the accused set off the explosions.
No, there has to be some kind of mistake. This can't be the truth.
So can't accept it. You believe in your client, come what may. Then why didn't you cross-examine the defendant himself?
This has got to be a trap. It's like Blackwell's controlling the entire game. Well, you don't necessarily have any other choices, do you? Because he had just the right argument when I pointed it out, and really rubbing he has such a piece of evidence up his sleeve too. He was trying to shake my faith in Mr. Stolberg and break me down. Making you cross-examine Mr. Stolberg at this point was part of the plan too. Totally underhand, but I wouldn't expect anything less from him.
Now let us hear from the arch-villain, the fiendish murderer himself, famed astronaut Solomon Starbuck.
It's like you don't really have any better choices here than to cross-examine him.
What is your name and occupation, please?
Solomon Starbuck, astronaut. How did this happen?
Mr. Starbuck, you aren't looking very well. Will you be able to give testimony?
No.
Well, unfortunately, no is not an option. You are being accused of the Space Center bombing and of the murder of Clay Terran. Please testify to these allegations.
Oh,
this sighing gimmick is really annoying.
Whenever I take this suit off, it's getting really heavy.
Silence.
It's not the weight of the suit you feel, but of your sins. Prepare to carry the weight for the rest of your life.
Banish me to the moon, I don't care anymore.
Wow, that was super negative. Is he going to be alright up there? He'll be fine, I think. As long as he doesn't totally give up and say that he did it, that is. Oh, I hold it, wait, no. Okay.
All I did was to support Clay over my shoulder and get out of the rocket. Like I always took the elevator down to the middle level and what?
I thought the elevator was broken. Hold on, I thought the elevator wasn't working. Where's the explosion sparked the fire on the second floor of the main building on the middle level. Yeah, no, hold on. How the hell would the elevator been working? That's just a big old no. That's just wrong. If the bomb went off to the elevator, there's no way it would have been working. So you didn't set off the bombs to the murder of the victim.
But I bet you think I'm lying, right?
I reserve all judgment until after I've heard your full testimony.
I'm sure you don't believe me. I bet you don't believe I'm an astronaut.
I don't think the judge doubts that. Who would wear a suit like that except an astronaut? I will say that when I saw you in that movie, you appeared quite courageous, though I suppose reality never quite lives up to the fantasy.
I really don't care what happens anymore.
Oh no, he's completely given up.
What a depressing fellow. If you were to join me in the clink, I imagine that annoying sighing of yours would rub off on the other inmates.
Like how Road and Prosecutor Blackwell a second ago? Huh? That was Blackwell sighing? Mr. Starbuck says when he complains a glaring contradiction. The question is, what does it mean? Even if Mr. Starbuck is my kind, I can't be gun-shy now. Time to find out the truth. Okay. Here we go. I didn't kill him. Well, I'll tell you what you definitely didn't do. You definitely didn't take the elevator, because there's no way it was still working after the bomb went off. Mr. Starbuck, I need your testimony to be as accurate as possible.
Was I not being accurate?
No, because it's impossible for you to have taken the elevator down to the middle level. What makes you say that, Mr. Justice? Please recall when the bomb went off in launch pad 1. Also recall that after the explosion, the middle level of the elevator was engulfed in flames. Oh, you're right, which means... Exactly, the launch pad's elevator would have been unusable. In other words... Mr. Starbuck, your statement is decidedly inconsistent with the facts. What's with the helmet? Mission Command, do you read me? Come in, please.
Objection!
This is Mission Command. I order you to pay attention. Stop this nonsense and answer my questions, Mr. Starbuck. Okay, Buzz Lightyear. Alright then. Mr. Starbuck, we are not in space right now. Please stop pretending you have lost consciousness and stand back up.
I apologize, Your Honor. I forgot I was still on Earth.
I feel like we all just got a real glimpse of Solomon Starbuck, the astronaut. Yeah, he seemed like an astronaut now than when he was doing all that sighing. Mr. Starbuck, could you please explain the inconsistency in your statement about how you used the middle level elevator?
I was nervous. I said the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I actually took a different route, I think.
A different route?
I hope you're able to deliver a straight story this time.
I'll get it right this time. Maybe. No, I mean, probably.
Probably?
It's understandable to be nervous, but let me remind you, accuracy is paramount in court. Okay, round 2, Electric Boogaloo Edition.
Let's see, my escape route, what I said before was a mistake. I think we gathered that much. I remember now, I took a different route, maybe, probably. With the capsule and clay on my arms, I made my way down from the upper level.
What? How? Wait. You don't mean you don't mean you took the ladder down, right? Because that would just be silly. Because if memory serves me right, weren't you holding the thing in one hand? Where is this it? Yeah, you were holding the thing in one hand, and clay in the other one. Like, how do you? Please explain how you climb a ladder with both your arms filled. That doesn't make any sense. That's just so silly. So you're saying you escaped without using the elevator?
That's right, there's a ladder that spans the upper middle levels. Oh, now you're outright telling me you use the ladder. Okay. Like, you might have just told me that you jumped down, in which case, still kind of alright, but, I mean, no. Just straight up no. You can't climb a ladder with both your arms full up. I need you to answer the best of your ability. Mr. Starbuck, please remember that your verdict is writing on your testimony. Maybe I am guilty after all. I wonder if you can see the stars in prison. Based on console on the spaceship. Okay. Well, you definitely couldn't have gotten down from the upper level like that because you couldn't have used the ladder when both your arms were both your hands were full.
Objection!
Mr. Starbuck, why don't you just tell the truth? The truth? Let's see. The Earth is blue? No, that's not right. I guess the Earth is blue. Yeah, that's it. The truth, Mr. Starbuck. Again with the Buzz Lightyear thing. This guy's just kind of annoying. Mr. Justice, the witness appears confused. Please help draw the truth from him. Mr. Starbuck, under the circumstances at the time, you couldn't possibly have reached the boarding lounge via the upper level route. Huh? Not as long as this was the escape route, this of course being the ladder. To get down from the upper to the middle level where the Launchpad 1 corridor is, you would have to go down the ladder, isn't that right, Mr. Starbuck? Of course, it was the only way we could escape.
Objection!
But how would that work? At this time, you were supporting Mr. Terran over your shoulder. By the way, what's that 50 there? Oh, is that oxygen? Because that's the tank, right? That was the tank that blew off, so that's probably like 50% oxygen left or whatever. Probably, okay. Well, it's easy on the moon. Gravity is only 1/6 of what it is on Earth.
Objection!
But the space center is located on Earth. Short of being an octopus climbing a ladder with adult males and space gear in one arm, while carrying the capsule in the other is impossible, wouldn't you say? So Mr. Starbuck, how exactly did you climb down that ladder with your arms full? Mr. Starbuck, come clean and tell us the truth now. What? What the? He's flying the coop? What, Bailiff, prepare the cherry picker. We must launch our rescue mission at once. Well, let's swim and take off without being questioned. I'd rather prove his innocence so we can go to space again someday for real. Now then, Mr. Starbuck, do you think you can keep your feet planted on the ground? Yes, I apologize for losing control. Are you ready to tell us the truth? Not that. Anything but that. What is going on? This isn't the Mr. Starbuck I know.
It appears Space Boy is prone to deception. Witness.
Yeah?
I thought your story odd, but perhaps the inconsistency can be explained as the result of a medical side effect.
Prosecutor Blackwell, please don't talk about that. What are you talking about, Prosecutor Blackwell?
Didn't I already say that Space Boy is ironically terrified of going into space? That's why I took some precautions just before the launch. For you see, traces of this anti-anxiety drug were found in his system.
Oh? I sense things are about to nosedive. You got it all wrong. I told him to do an investigation too. I don't know anything about any drugs. I never took any medication, I swear. It was found in his system, but he doesn't remember taking it? How could that be? Somebody must have slipped them to me, but I guess maybe that's why I don't remember. That's why I don't remember much of what really happened. What? That would have been great to know a little earlier. Order on the court. We can't get any testimony out of him, and he doesn't remember anything. Well, it certainly explains why his testimony kept changing. Why didn't he just tell me he couldn't remember? I guess he didn't want anyone to find out he was terrified of going into space. Oh, this sighing is so annoying. This actually might be more annoying than Callisto U's laugh. Did I really do it?
Brings us to the answer of my original question of how the witness climbed down the ladder with a dead body.
It does? So what is it?
A dead man feels no pain and makes no complaints, just as don't know. So the body was simply dropped down from the top of the ladder.
Oh my, I see. And then the defendant could climb down with his free hand.
Objection!
To drop the body down? Who would do such a disrespectable thing? Besides, dropping the body down will leave marks on the body itself.
So you are capable of quick thinking. Yes, you are correct.
Really? Oh, Huh? What's this?
It's an oxygen tank from the victim's spacesuit. It ruptured, and I'm sure you can figure out why.
You can't be implying it ruptured when the defendant dropped the victim's body.
I am, for they fracture easily when struck.
Objection!
Even if that's true, the tank's explosion and shrapnel would leave its mark on the body. And according to our autopsy report, only the knife wound was found in the victim's body. You're clearly grasping at straws with this line of reasoning.
Silence.
Our spacesuit isn't heavy for the sake of being heavy, just don't know. It includes the latest technological devices integrated into the fabric of tomorrow. The fabric is made to protect the astronauts from the dangers of space. So falling a few Earth yards would hardly leave a mark on the wearer.
Objection!
And shouldn't it be impossible to stab someone through it as well?
It shouldn't, yet through sheer coincidence, the knife slipped through a weak spot in the structure and found its way to its target.
What are the chances?
You forget there are kilos of astronaut himself with knowledge of how the suit works.
He got me there.
And now my argument has been proven. Spaceboy killed the victim in the rocket and then dropped his body for the upper level. After climbing down, he shouldered the body and made sure the camera recorded them. There's no room for debate about these facts. It included Solomon Starbuck as the Illuminati to kill Clay Terran. Here, the report regarding the astronaut's oxygen tents. Consider my send-off gift. Feel free to use it as payment to cross the river Styx.
Oxygen tank added to the core record. Wait, what did that just... Hey, this report is really detailed. The display on the astronaut's left shoulder shows the oxygen remaining after the incident. The victim's tank was ruptured and the remaining oxygen was 0%. Tank belonging to Starbuck, who claims to have cared. The victim said it was 80% full. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's an inconsistency here. Yup, right there. That says 50% left. Oh, wait. They're switched. That's it. It was the other way around. It was Clay carrying Starbuck, not the other way around. That still doesn't, okay, mind you, that still doesn't explain how Clay was able to go down the ladder, because in fact that actually fixes the hole, that actually pokes another hole in, because previously it was, oh, just throw the body down the ladder, but no, it doesn't work anymore because Starbuck was still alive, so that's not true at all. So how, I mean, there's a hole right there. Oh my god, the stupid sighing.
Space Boy. Take heart, the bejeweled night sky is still beautiful even when viewed through bars. You mean the stars are seen from prison? That's right, your city will be your spaceship. Picture the view through the iron bars. It's like being an astronaut in your own craft for all time. That's not a half-bad thought.
Mr. Starbuck, prosecutor.
Spaceship's prison cell, fly me, my guilt and my despair into the deepest, darkest space. And then let's get sucked into a black hole together.
Objection!
Mr. Starbuck, you can't give up hope.
Oh, yes, Apollo?
You know, Clay really looked up to you. He said you are an incredible man. He said you'd never give up your dreams and passion for space no matter the situation.
He said that?
So don't give up now and help me prove your innocence. For the sake of the man who respected you and believed in you, Clay Terran.
For Clay? You're wasting your breath.
Apollo, thank you. I can see things clearly now. Thanks for reminding me of my life's mission. Right, we'll both be fine. I'll prove you're innocent. You'll see. And after that, we'll get you back into space. I am Solomon Starbuck, astronaut, a cosmic hero chosen by the universe itself. This is no time to be whimpering and crying. I can't let you and Clay down. Balderdash. The sun, the moon, so all space is calling me, Solomon Soul Starbuck. Ready for launch. Begin the countdown. 5, 4. What? 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 Oh, okay. I feel like I've witnessed an actual rocket launch. Oh, have you now? Apollo, you did it! You broke Prosecutor Blackwell's grip over Mr. Starbuck! I can't take the credit, it was all Mr. Starbuck. He pulled through it himself. He pulled himself through.
If this wasn't done massaging one of those egos, no matter how positive your mood, my advantage remains unshakable. I have but to wait for the final guilty verdict. Isn't that right, your boldness?
I can't let up now. I have to stop Blackwell. I have to see this through. Mr. Starbuck it has to make it back into space. I won't allow Clay's dream to remain unfulfilled. I've got to destroy Blackwell's argument just somehow. Just think, Justice, think! Okay, well, I already know this. The oxygen inconsistency. This isn't hard. By the way, this has actually been really annoying. Is that it's really annoying how this game basically holds your hand the whole way through. It's like, there, I'll tell you what you have to present. They spend so long before every opportunity explaining exactly what you have to do that you barely have an opportunity to figure it out for yourself. Like, there's a lot of instances. If I skip one text forward, the game would have told me what it is I had to present before I got the chance to figure it out, which is really annoying. How does this evidence present a contradiction? The problem is this part here. The part that says 50 when it should have been 80. This oxygen doesn't increase. Now the remaining oxygen Mr. Stark saying is he carries Mr. Terran. I'm going to say 50. Yes, but according to the data, our client's saying 80% remaining. The oxygen in the tank increased. I see you're on to find it as strange as I do. It's wild enough that there's a contradiction, but the increase in oxygen is beyond illogical. Oh my, you're absolutely right. What is going on here?
Silence. I too find it odd that the oxygen remaining is increased. It would be as odd as if my rations would have increased. What does that prove? It doesn't change the fact that it is the defendant carrying the victim's corpse.
Objection!
Heh, I'm gonna bet you don't get more rations before you don't abide by the rules. Either way, the oxygen remaining shouldn't increase just as your rations don't increase. Therefore, this new information is critical. We can't overlook it.
Silence.
In that case, you haven't answered.
Yes, I do, actually. No, I do, but I actually do, though. Prosecutor Block was the point. I suppose it could be a civil malfunction. Mr. Justice, if you cannot provide adequate content at this point... Yes, I can. Of course I can. The thing to do at a time like this is turn my thinking around. Mr. Starbuck, no memory, but he claims to carry Clay. This man with the 50 on his tank ought to be Mr. Starbuck. If anything, display an oxygen 80. Clear 100 from the, why? What had to happen to look at me like the oxygen? Am I saying... yes. Yes, officers were waiting. Yes, Your Honor, ready to answer. This is why the victim was carrying the defendant. What if it was the other way around? The other way around? Would you care to explain, Mr. Justice? As you can see, Your Honor, both men had their helmets on this footage, but it turns out this is where our base assumptions went astray. We assumed it was Mr. Starbuck helping Mr. Terran, but it was the other way around. It wasn't Mr. Starbuck helping Mr. Terran at all. It was Mr. Terran who was helping Mr. Starbuck to the boiling lounge. Okay. At least we got the good music. Order, Mr. Justice. You mean to tell me that the person on the right in this image is the victim, Clay Terran? It's the only way the riddle of this increasing oxygen level can be solved, Your Honor. At this point in time, the remaining oxygen in the victim's tank was 50%. And when the victim was found in the boiling lounge, the tank was at 0%. That's right, there's something contradicting about the oxygen level decreasing. This meant Mr. Terran was alive as they made their escape to the lounge.
How short your memory is. Have you forgotten what you were so proposed? Even if the victim was alive at this point in time. How did he send the ladder with his arms full?
Objection!
Prosecutor Blackwell, you can't help me with a broken blade.
Excuse me?
It's true we don't know how to get down the ladder. I suppose that needs further investigating, but we have proven that Mr. Terran was alive when he reached the boarding lounge. This fact alone shatters your claims and opens up the possibility the victim could have been killed by a third party. There were two people who claimed to be the first on the scene, but can we truly trust their statements? Let's see, the two people were Detective Kansar and Yuri Cosmos, right? You think that one of them might have given a false statement to the police? Yes, it's certainly possible. We might have to do a little more digging. It seems we'll have to hear the testimony of these first two people on the scene. Score. Come to think of Detective Arm should be in clear in court right now. Bailiff, would you please show Detective Arm to the stand? Oh.
Oh! Oh no! Oh! This is the case! How did I not fucking see that? I knew that. That's stupid. How did I not see that? The freaking, cause the case, the silver case, that was there in the room where. How did I not see that? How the did I not see that? Oh my god! This is the case where the courtroom blows up. And I don't even remember what voice I gave you. It's literally been a month since I recorded the first episode.
What's the meaning of this? We're in the middle of a trial here.
I'm assuming I gave you, like,
Please remain calm and listen carefully. Someone has reactivated the bomb. The bomb was defused, but is about to explode.
Load?
a bomb now?
Everybody run!
I wanna die! Oh no, everyone's panicking! How? I'm so pissed at myself. How the hell did I not see that? I knew that fucking case was from the first game. I knew that silver crate was from the first case. Why didn't I knew that there was a case. I guess I just assumed that the bandage from Apollo's eye. Okay, so then what the hell's the point of the bandage then? If that wasn't an injury from the courtroom that blew out, then what the hell's the point of the bandage around his eye?
Interactions with the death wish, that's not you. Calm yourselves above all else.
Come on, Apollo, let's get out of here. But what happens to Starbuck's dreams? And he'll carry Clay's final wish. I don't care what happens to me. I'm not letting some bomb blow the truth up forever. I refuse to let things end here. Apollo's no time to be dramatic. If we don't get out of here now, we're gonna die. Come on, this way. Hey, out, let me go. Apollo. Juniper, she hasn't evacuated yet? Juniper, are you alright? Apollo, no, not that way. Holy fucking shit! I am so mad at myself for that. I should have remembered that. I did remember that stupid silver crate. I don't know how I didn't know that this was the case with a courtroom law. How did I not know that? I think it was two things. One, the fact that in the prologue it showed the exploded courthouse. I just assumed that that was it. Number two, that Apollo already had the bandage around his eye, so I assumed that was an injury he sustained from the freaking explosion. But I guess that's not the case. Okay, I can't wait to keep playing. I mean, so the defendant's kind of annoying, that stupid psi mechanic, and some of the claims that the prosecutor were making were a little ridiculous, but the case isn't all that bad yet, so we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time to catch you all. Tomorrow for some more Phoenix Wright, Attorney Dual Destinies. Goodbye.